Here I'm going to show you how to go through an entire directory of files using VBA and macros in Excel. I'm going to show you how to go through all the files in a directory. Files of only a certain type, could be macro-enabled Excel files, could be text files, you get to choose. And then how to go through files that contain certain text within the name. Maybe it begins with something, maybe it ends with something. I'm going to show you how to control all of that. And then once you have this framework for going through the files, you can do whatever you want with them. I'll show you how to open the files, but you could do so much more. And if you download this file, you're going to get a lot of notes and comments so that you can use it as a reference guide that covers everything that I'm going to cover in this tutorial. As well, if you want to save yourself hours of time in Excel, you must learn VBA and macros. And I have a full course that'll take you all the way from beginner and intermediate level to advanced level. That's going to allow you to automate your tasks in Excel, and it really will save you a lot of time. There's over 200 tutorials, over 50 hours of content, and over 200 downloadable Excel reference files and guides to get you jump started in any project. And there's a link to that course below this video. Now let me show you how to go through a directory using VBA. First off, we hit Alt F11 to go to the VBA window, and then go to Insert Module to get a new module. Double click that guy. Let's call the macro sub directory file loop. And let's start off with a few variables. So we want one variable to hold the file directory, and we're going to make that a string. And let's create another variable to hold criteria. That's going to allow us to determine which file type we want to go through, what names we want to go through. It's going to allow us to basically filter the files. And let's go for file name as a string so we can access the file. And let's add one extra variable here, file to open, so I can show you how to go ahead and open that. And let's make it a workbook file type. And what we could do at the top here is to turn off screen updating, and at the very end turn it back on just to speed everything up. Depending on what you do, that may or may not be required. And let's start with file directory control space to fill that in. And which directory do we want to go through? Let's go through test directory, and don't forget the trailing slash. This is the directory that we want to go through. Get it however you want to get it. You could get it from a cell, from user input. You could have the user even select that directory, a more advanced thing that I'm not going to be covering here. But once we have the directory, let's go ahead and go through it, and I'm going to be adding the criteria a little bit later. To go through it, we are going to be using the dir or directory function. And what that function is going to do is to output the name of a file in the directory that we are going through. So we want to use the file name variable to get that file name. So dir, and where are we going through? We are going through file directory. And this is going to give us the first file name that matches our criteria. In other words, the first file that it finds within this directory. But we want to go through the entire directory. So we have to do a little do while loop, because what we do is we're going to have to call the directory function once again. And the directory function, what it's going to do when you call it multiple times after giving it a path, a directory like this, is it's going to return the next file until it goes through the entire directory. And once it finishes going through the directory, it's going to return a 0 length string. So basically that. So what we can do to figure out if we finish going through the directory is to do while the length of the value returned and stored in the file name variable is greater than 0. So a 0 length string would return a length len of 0. As long as it's greater than 0, we are still getting new files. So loop, and now we have our loop to go through. But how do we continue to get files? Well, we just go like this. Within the loop, and we call the dir function without anything after it. And we set file name to the value that that's going to return, which is either the next file name in the directory or a 0-length string. So this right here is the basic structure for going through a directory. And if you want to do something with the file when you're going through it, you want to do it up here before we call the directory function again. Here we are going to output everything into the immediate window, and by everything I mean the file name. That way we can very quickly and easily verify that we're doing everything correct. So the immediate window is accessible using Control G. It's this window right here, or go to a View, Immediate Window. And if I now click in here and hit F5 or play, it's going to give me all of the files that are in this directory. And here we go. So we get the full file name and extension. And that's great for verifying that everything is working correctly. We're not going to get the directory in front of it, but since we have the directory stored in this variable file directory, we can very easily combine the two in order to open the file. So let me show you right now how to do that. It's not really a part of this tutorial, but it's something that you may want to do. So let's go ahead and get that example. Set file to open, Control space to fill that in, equals workbooks.open, and what do we want here? File directory, and concatenate that with the file name. And now when you're right here, all you have to do is reference file to open, period, and whatever you want to do with that workbook. And then when you are finished doing something with that workbook, you can go ahead and file to open dot close, and true if you want to save the changes that were made, false if you do not want to save any changes that were made to the workbook. So we could do all of that right here, and this could be a huge chunk of code, or maybe you don't even need it there. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and comment this out because we do not need to run it in this tutorial. But it's going to be there in the downloadable file along with some additional comments. So the downloadable file is heavily commented, so it's very easy to use as a reference guide in the future in case you forget anything. But now that we know how to go through the directory, let's go through different file types and file names, because you aren't going to want to open a file that's not an Excel file. At least not like this. Well, let's go up here under File Directory and add File Criteria, and that is going to be a string. And what we're going to do is to pop this onto the end of File Directory. So we need to go down here for File Name and concatenate it like that. And for this, we're going to be using a wildcard character. Now, before I fill it in right here for the criteria, let me fill it in right here just so you can see how it's going to work. So we're going to be using the asterisk, Shift 8 on my keyboard, and that means to match anything and everything. Now, if I put something at the end of it like period, XLSM, it means I want you to match everything that comes before .xlsm. So if I go back to the immediate window, Control G, we can see that we have a lot of files with .xlsm at the end, and they have different names before it. If you don't care what comes before .xlsm, then you would use this syntax. The asterisk says, I don't care what's there, match everything that's there. And then this at the end says, but it must also match .xlsm. Now, what if you want to match all the Excel file types? Well, then we can go like this and put an asterisk at the end that says, hey, match everything on the right, match everything on the left, just make sure there is a .xls in there. And that's the basic way that this wildcard character is going to work. One thing to note about XLS is that this right here is going to match the same thing as this right here. That's not really going to matter in this case, but when you go to delete files using a wildcard character, it's very, very, very important. And I cover that more in my full VBA course. But for now, let's go ahead and get some examples using the wildcard characters. So remember, this right here is going to go through all the files in the directory. But what I'm going to do is to copy file criteria, and let's get some examples down here. So to limit to Excel files, asterisk.xls, and then asterisk again. How about if we want to do a macro-enabled files, asterisk.xlsm? How about regular Excel files for 2007 and later, .xlsx. But now how about a text file? Well, *.txt is going to get us the text files. But now what if we want more than just the file type? How about the name? What if we want the name to begin with something? The actual word something. Notice I have that in these file names. So we just type something, but we don't want that to be the whole thing. If we do this, everything has to match something. So by everything, I mean the file name and extension, and that's not really going to work. What we want is just to begin with something. So we put the asterisk at the end of something. Now, what if we want it to be something.xlsx? That's the ending. We don't care what comes before it, but it has to end with something.xlsx. Well, then we put our asterisk at the very beginning of that. So it doesn't matter what comes before this, so long as this is what it ends with. And now how about it just has to have the word something in it somewhere? Well, we want an asterisk at the end of it and one at the beginning. And since we have updated this to have file criteria at the end of file directory, we are good to go. So let us go ahead and test this guy out. If I leave it like this, it's going to go for this file criteria because this is the last value set to the variable file criteria. So we don't actually have to comment everything out. Let's just click in here, and I'm going to go ahead, Control A to select everything, delete, and click and run it. Notice something at the end and something at the beginning. Doesn't matter where it comes, doesn't matter what the file type is. So let's go for the XLSX version. And just one more, no macro something.xlsx. And I'm going to select all of those. I don't want to go through every one of these examples right here, but let's go ahead and go through the .txt example to make sure that works. There we go, only the text files. And how about one more, maybe the macro enabled files. I will comment everything else out. Click in here, let's delete this, and run. There we go, XLSM files only. And that is all that you need in order to go through an entire directory worth of files. And that's how you can reference them right here within your loop and do whatever you need to do with the file. This is a great little base template to use to build out much more powerful macros. Once you're going through the directory, the sky is the limit. You can open this file, you can go through it, slice and dice it, change it, export values from it, export entire worksheets from it, email those worksheets. You can do so much once you get this part correct. And I cover many, many things that you can do like that in my full VBA course. So I highly recommend that you take a look at that if you want to save yourself hours of time in Excel and automate your tasks. There's a link to that course below this video. But for this tutorial, that's all there is. And if you want to download it, there's also a link for that below this video. I highly recommend that because I comment everything heavily. So it's a great reference guide to keep for the future, and then you can just copy and paste this code into any new project in order to get a jump start on it.